Expired din sila? Ilit.
May gabi. Good evening.
Good evening. One glass with Julian, please. Thank you, June.
Oh, nag-okay.
Gabi na, brother.
Gabi.
Hi.
How do you do this?
Si Dodong, mo may paguli ato, maliit ko kamay.
Okay na ba?
May gabi na, Sister Joy. Apa sa audio? Good evening, dia, Sister Joy.
Ikot ko yung mga hindi nga na bakit
Dengue daw, ito ilang kon? Teacher, matong sila sa haya. Teacher sila mga anak. Brother.
Gabi, Pastor.
Gabi dia. Diretso to sila kuan. Brad Dodong sa haya.
Muli pa siguro to.
Muli pa?
Mag-join ba daw sila? Mag-join ba sila sa tuwa?
Mo join sila?
Yung Dodong. Kauman na lang.
Lagi sayo raman ta para kuan.
Puto sila? Sino sila? Tupan kang dahil.
Sabi na to kuan no, napamaday gyapon dinggi.
Oo.
Oo.
Saan no? Hospital pa to siya?
Wala siya sa hospital kay nagpa-check up, gidiagnose mag-UTI sa doktor niya, gipapilit kung confine o uli lang sa balay.
Oh.
Ilang gipili ni uli sa balay so pagka gustong adlaw mo Monday man yata to, wala na, nagsunggo na.
Mau ba?
Pagbalik sa hospital, ICU diretso, wala na ka-recover eh.
Google basad. Okay, dapat mo hospital ka, dextrose ka, ma-dehydrate man ka.
Dextrose na kanta gani. Wala na, nag-dehydrate na bata.
May gabi, Sister Joy.
Ang gabi.
Nana yung audio.
Nakunik radyo. Nana, Pastor.
Sa to, John?
Ang mangod sa katong namatay, napayabon sa hospital.
Mo ba?
Oo. Yung gagawin, sila man talaga. Mga paakal po sa naglamok dito.
Mau lagi sige na mukulan lagi. Dagan na punduhan sa tubig. Unsa man atong sila kuan? Brad Dodong ang Ate Rose?
Wala na mo join, Pastor?
Wala pa po Jack Will.
Wala si Joel. Si Ate Emma, wala pa siya ka-connect, no?
Wala, lisuran to siya.
Okay.
I-record na po na ako.
Ay, record na lang. Kiba mo tayo ni Ate Rose nga mag-review lang daw siya.
Wow.
Yun. Para kung wala ko, kung bangko ako. Plastic.
Wala man siguro si Jack Will. Sige, magsugod na lang ta. Record magyapon ni mo, Brad Ray, no?
Okay, sige.
Yes, Pastor.
Sige. So, magpadayon ta sa atong discussion sa Parables of the Kingdom. So, niya na kita karon sa last nga parable. Last na explain niya. Mo na niya ang parable of the fishing net. Mga pamilyar ang mangyapon ng istorya. So, aging gamay nga review. So, nagisgot kita sa Parables of the Kingdom. So, naay tulo ka bali section ani sa parables. So, mga parables, mga storya ni Jesus, sa Bisaya pa sa Bingay, mga storya nga para makasabot kita sa kung kinsa kita o kung kinsa pod ang Ginoo, kinsa siya. Basically si Jesus. So nay parables of the kingdom, parables of grace, mo atong isgutan next Sunday, then parables of judgment. So gwapo po kayo kay sa pagkasulat sa mga writers sila Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Nahanay po na siya nga una gid nga istorya, parables of the kingdom. Next is parable of grace and then parables of judgment. So ana ang iyang pagka-order. So bisan sa pagsulat nila o bisan sa pagstorya ni Jesus, masunod ni siya. So ang parables of kining grace, dinini siya sa pagkamatay ni John the Baptist antod sa triumphal entry. Dayon sa triumphal entry until sa pagkamatay ni Jesus, ang parables of judgment. So, karon po na ako nakita ang plaster kayo ang Bible, plaster kayo ang storya ni Jesus, plaster kayo ang pagsulat usab sa mga writers. Although pareha raman ang ilang mga accounts, almost the same lang, nalay mga varying details, pero basically the same lang. Pero si Matthew lang ang iyang sulat, murag daghan details ko ato pang tanawon. So mao to nga ang parables of the kingdom nasugod sa parable of the farmer, sa Bisaya pa tigsabwag or mag-uuma. Kung ato makita dito nga kining kingdom or ecclesia, called out ones, kining si Jesus, ang Ginoo, siya ang farmer, ug ang naglabay siya sa seed, ang seed mo si Jesus. Interesting po nga si Jesus man diay by saying ani nga parable, he was also signifying his death and resurrection. Kaya nga naman, kaya ang seed, di ba? Ang seed, kinahanglan mo i-germinate, tapos ilubong sa ground, pero pag malubong na siya sa ground, mabuhi siya. So si Jesus kuno, when he was talking and referring to himself as the seed, dili makikita ang seed, he is the word of God. He was also referring to his death and resurrection. Kay siya man sa unahan, siya man ilubong, o siya mabanhaw. Hello da, Sister Lenny, may gabi. So bisan ato nga storya about the parable of the farmer or tigsagbuag, in the seed, he was referring to his death and resurrection. Pero mas klaro kini ang death and resurrection sa parables of grace. So, sa parables of the parable of the farmer or the sower, inclusiveness, din ang word nga included. So, bisan asa niya gilabay ang seed, wala ingon na naalay particular place nga iyang gilabayan or particular soil or particular heart, kasing-kasing kinabuhi. But he threw it anywhere, indiscriminate. So the inclusiveness of the gospel or the seed. So dilibot pasabot nga certain place lang. So interesting kayo na. So gumawa ng pag-describe ni Jesus. Sa parable of the wheat and weeds, katong humay or palay, mamaguna sa ato, pero sa ilang man nilang staple, himunog bread, himunog flour. So ang wheat o weeds, ato makita the reality of good and evil in the kingdom. Na ang good, na ang evil. Ug bisan pa man sa narrative sa Bible, it was not always good. There was also evil because Satan came in. And then, even until now, sa itong kinabuhi, there is the reality of good and evil in the kingdom. But at the very end, unsa ingon na to? Na ay pag-harvest. Ingon pa ni Jesus, and the angels are the harvester at the end of the world, at the end of all of this, naman ni katapusan, ang COVID-19, murag walay katapusan. Pero salamat nga kining ato kinabuhi dinis kalibutan ay ending. Kung walay ending, murag lisod kayo pod, di ba? Murag kanunay na lang pag-antos. So, mayo nga na ending. Naga po wisdom ana. But at the end, it is God or through the angels who's going to separate the good and evil. Dili na atong trabaho. And then, nakita nato dito nga there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. Actually, there's silot. Pero ang pasabot ni Jesus, it's from being excluded, dili man ka-appeal. He was referring to the Pharisees, to the Jews, nga nagunahuna sila nga kami ang naisakop sa gingarian sa Ginoo. So explanation ni Jesus, no, it's not. Because you have been relying on the law, on yourself, naluwason ka mo, na madawat ka mo. But because they will be excluded, motong there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth at the end. So naapod ang parable of the mustard seed. So gwapo kayo ni din kaya ang mustard seed also is talking about the growth and security in the kingdom. So ang pagtubo sa mustard seed nga mahimo siyang dako nga kahoy where the birds find their sanctuary and security, the same thing with us. So ang kingdom, it's growing, dili na siya, it's not shrinking, it's growing sama sa tree. So mao ang picture ni Jesus Christ para masabtan nato naging harian. And of course our security, sama sa mga birds, they land on the tree, they're secure there. So mao na ang mustard seed or that it became a tree. Naapo dayon ang yeast. Ato makita din na nga kining yeast nag-symbolize nga it is incorporated in the dough. Kato bitong bag-o lutoon nimo ang tinapay, naa na dito ang yeast. Mao siya tubo sa tinapay aron mubukan siya ug lutoon siya. So it is in the dough, the yeast. So ambot pasabot wa na nga dinhi sa kalibutan sa atong kinabuhi, the kingdom is already here. Okay? It's already here. Dito mo ingon nga sa umabot pa ni. Kung na sila yung prinsipyo gingon, paradox gyapon siya, paradox, two conflicting ideas but referring to one truth. So the kingdom is here but not yet. Lisod na no. Naa na din pero wala pa. Tinuod na ang gingharian sa ato karon. Okay? Sa una pa, sugod sa kalibutan, kagingharian mitaran sa Ginoo. Tungod lang kini sulod ang dautan, the evil one, just like in the parable of the wheat and weeds, the reality, but it doesn't mean nga wala ang gingharian, naa na siya. But we say not yet because the fulfillment of it is still at the coming pagyud. Pero na din it's here but not yet. Okay. Tinuod yun kini mga storya ni Jesus. Lisod yun para sa atong unahuna. Salamat nga ang Espiritu nga somehow helps us understand it. And that's why even Jesus used parable, simple illustration, so somehow we could get a glimpse of unsa kining gingharian. So, yeast is incorporated, ato pun makita nga the kingdom is unstoppable. So, dili siya maundang. It goes on, it goes on. Murag bato nga atong paligid gikan sa bukid, dili siya magundang. It goes on. Ug mao gyapon ang gingharian sa Ginoo. Then last week natay special teacher na si Josh. Explain siya sa parable of the hidden treasure and pearl. Duha sila ka book illustration ni Jesus pero isa lang ang iyang punto, meaning the valuableness. Okay? The valuableness. Nakita nato nga yes, it's Jesus who left everything so he could find us, he could rescue us. We are the treasure. Wapo po na siya nga idea and it's true. Nasulti na ako last time nga kadaghanan sa mga storya ni Jesus, parable or not, basically siya ang nagbuhat. Like for example, when he said, take up your cross, actually siya lang yapon to nagbuhat sa take up his cross. Siya ra maginiyara sa cross. Ringon siya, kung gusto mo, take up your cross. Pero actually he was saying, dili niyo kaya. That's why I will be doing it for you. And the same principle applies here sa parable of the hidden treasure. Now, yeah, we are the treasure. He left everything. He left heaven. He left His majesty. And He became human like us, incarnation, to rescue us. But then also, it could also mean, in the context here of the Pharisees, sa mga Hudiyo, nga Jesus was letting them understand. Okay, ang word. It's letting them understand that actually, they could live religion. They could live the law. They could live self-righteousness. They could live works righteousness to save them. They could live that one. And if they understand Jesus, Jesus is also the treasure. And yes, it's worth it. Diba? Because sigon palagi nila, Jesus plus nothing equals everything. Lisod ba sa atong mind to grasp that one? But as we continue with our journey, we also realize that at the very end, it's all gonna be Jesus. Diba? It's going to be Jesus. So, mao nang gusto niya masabtan sa mga Pariseo, you can leave this all behind. Okay? Because I am enough. O iyang isulti. So we ended there last time, and then Jesus went on to say, to talk about the fishing net. So naman to yung verse din na Bradong, no? Ato lang itong ibutang. Sa verse 47. So naman din sa screen ni Kuan. So ingon din ako lang basahon. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a fishing net that was thrown into the water and caught fish of every kind. Okay? Ulit ko sunod. And ingon din 48. When the net was full, they dragged it up onto the shore, sat down, and sorted the good fish into crates, but threw the bad ones away. Now, kini nga verse, sa ako unang tanaw, abi na ako ni sa una, manual ni sa missions, manual sa evangelism, pero sama sa parable of the farmer, dito manual on farming, kini dili ni manual on evangelism or discipleship, dili ni manual on missions. Actually, this is describing what Jesus is doing from the very beginning, from the time that he was here, even until now. That he is the one throwing out the net. Kasi iyang explain. Kung sa parable of the farmer, he is spreading the seed. Okay? Now, in the parable of the fishing net, he is bringing people to himself. Okay? Kaya ang isda din ni karon gipicture man nga mga tao kita. Now, in versikulo tinuod, ingon si Jesus sa John chapter 6 verse 44 that he is the one drawing people to himself. Okay? Ako explain na gamay niya, akong gamay ang understanding ana. Ningon po siya sa John 12:32 that at the very end he will really draw people to himself. So, connect aning Matthew 13:48. Kaya kiniingon din at the end man daw ni na there was a net na gilabay at the very beginning. At the end, na ay net na gibira. Kung makasabot kay ang mga, especially ang mga disciples. Mga disciples, makasabot kay sila ani kay mga mangingisda man sila. Pero take note, ato makita nga, sa paglabay sa net, walay indiscriminate pod kay kung unsay nakuha sa net, na-appeal po tanan. Walay ingon nga, kinirang tangigi akong kwaon, kinirang lapu-lapu, ito mga guwapong isda, kining mga bisugo gagmay, ay labay na lang na, ibalik na siya. Pero dili, it was all kinds of fish na nabutang sa net, walay pili, whether unsa man ang klase nga fish din na, nabira sila, kina-appeal sila. But then, pagdala dito sa baybay, sa daplin sa dagat, dito padayon gi-sort out, o gilabay katong daotan nga isda, o kining mga maayo gibutang sa crates. Nagya po'y picture sama sa harvest. Pero ang punto din is, again, this is not a manual on missions or evangelism. This is describing what God is already doing. He is the one casting the net and bringing it to the shore. He is the one drawing people to himself. Now, ang question din na, how does God draw people to himself? Ato na pong balikan ang storya ni Jesus, how did he draw people to himself? Now, of course, he draw people, ang beginning sa chapter 13, daghan naman ang tao nagduol sa iya, naminaw sa iya, ha? Busagali, naalarma na mga Pariseyo, na daghan naman kapaminaw ani niya. Okay? So, how does Jesus draw people to himself? Is through his teachings. Okay? Now, karon klaro man gyud kayo nga ang teachings ni Jesus different gyud kayo sa teachings sa mga Pharisees, sa mga scribes, sa mga Sadducees, or different from religion. Lahi gyud kayo. And that is what taking people's curiosity nga lagi kuyaw na yang ipagstorya no. He is a rabbi. Now even until now, I believe Jesus is also drawing us to his teachings. Okay, when we look at kung kita gyud ang magbasa ani, kuyawa gyud sa mga idea ni Jesus. No, bisag ako nakaingon ko nga, grabe, next Sunday, very interesting ang parable. Kuyawa gyud kayo sa iyang mga pangunahuna. Makaingon kita nga, dili man ay basta-basta nga mga pangunahuna. Dili man ni hunahuna sa ordinaryong tao. Di ba? Dili sama sa ato. And I think that's also what's drawing people to Jesus. And even until now, mao manghapon. Well, of course, kung ato tanahon sa ila sa panahon, kung sa may nakadraw sa people to himself, of course, it was the miracles, ang mga milagro. Now, karon, kumingon tag milagro, pangit man ang connotation sa milagro, kay milagro, murag dautan nga nahitabo, mingon ta nga, na milagro nahitabo, ana niya. Murag dautan man ang connotation. But the miracles here this time, these were real miracles. If it happens this time, yes, it may happen. Di mo malimitahan ang gahom sa Ginoo. Pero I believe the Bible has already been written and the miracles were done during Jesus' time para makita nato nga siya gyud gamhanan siya, and even the disciples did some miracles when wala na si Jesus, he went back to heaven. Sa akong tanaw, they were also given that special power kay para ipamatuod sa mga tao nga sila uban gyud kang Jesus. Okay, sa ako karon sa atong nga time, labi na kay kompleto ng Bible, I do not limit that there will still be miracles. It is still the same God. Pero kung referring to Jesus, gipagbuhat naman niya ni mga disciples, is describing unsa natabo sa unaha. And for me, it's unnecessary na. For at this time nga, kinahanglan patag miracles para motuo patang tanan. Kompleto naman ang Bible. Diba? Kompleto naman ang Bible. But of course, when we pray to the Lord, we seek His help. And I believe He also still performs miracles. Pero dili para ipanghinambog nato nga tanawa mi, gabuhat ning milagro. dili siguro ana nga punto. I think sa atong mga daily lives, even waking up in the morning is a miracle, di ba? Bisa lang pagmata nato sa buntag, milagro naman na. Ang ato magud ni gusto nga milagro, kato magud yung display gyud of power. And simple things are miracle. People changing their hearts, people understanding Jesus. That's already a miracle sa akong tanaw. Yes, kita kakayuhan sa itong mga sakit. Yeah, it's a miracle. Whether with medication or not, that's already a miracle. Kaluyan niya po sa Ginoo. So karon, that's how Jesus draws people to Himself. Through the teachings, through the miracles na nakita sa mga tao. But mo lagi, in John chapter 5, ingon si Jesus, you keep on looking for me after the feeding of the 5,000. You keep on looking for me. Ipangita ko ninyo, not because of the miracles. Nagpaklaro siya. But ingon siya, because you have tasted the bread. Katukod tong tinapay nga gipakaon ni Jesus sa feeding of the 5,000. Now we get a glimpse there what Jesus was trying to say. Nga karon kita wala man ta katilaw atong tinapay sa feeding of the 5,000. But of course we know kinsa man ang bread? Si Jesus. And we have tasted of Jesus the bread. What did we taste? His forgiveness, His love, His grace, His mercy, di ba? We have tasted it. That's what keeps us drawing to Himself. We don't want to go back to religion because religion actually, kita ang gapugos sa atong kagaligon, kadawaton ta sa relihiyon. But Jesus didn't. When we realize that we are forgiven in Jesus, we are loved unconditionally, that's what keeps us drawing to Him. Di ba? So, sa akong tanaw, that is how Jesus is drawing people to Himself. That is why He is casting the net and bringing it back. Siya gihapon ni tanan nga trabaho. Okay? But then, of course, there is a sad reality ingon din at the end. Because there is a sorting out of the good and the bad ones. Okay? Ingon din sa verse 49, that is the way it will be at the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked people from the righteous, throwing the wicked into the fire furnace, and there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So nibalik na po ning idea, weeping and gnashing of teeth. Nabalik tani, pareha gyapon sa wheat and weeds. He was referring to the Pharisees nga thinking na by their fulfilling the law, by their obedience to Moses, they are being saved and they are accepted by God. So klaro nga dili man ang maong pamaagi. And thereby thinking that way, they think that automatically they are part of the kingdom. So dili diay. So Jesus was letting them understand, you leave that behind, the thinking, okay? Leave the thinking behind, because there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth at the end. because you think you were included, but you were excluded maday. Magkaligot-got lang ang inyong ngipon nga, wala, maday ko na-apil ani. Because again, nasulti na ako, this is not referring to the people outside. Sa ato karon na konteksto, this is not referring to people nga wala naka-sinner's prayer or nakadawat kay Jesus. But here he was referring to people, the Pharisees, nga dugay na, mga Hudiyo, dugay na, nga abi nila, nga pinagi sa balaod, maluwas sila o madawat sila sa Ginoo. And of course, Jesus was gracious to them in letting them understand you can leave religion behind so that you will be included in my kingdom. Because the only way you're going to be included is through me, through Jesus. Then he asked them, do you understand all these things? O gitubag sila, tingalahan na to, yes. They said, we do. Ingon lagi si Jesus, every teacher of the religious law, so he's talking to the Pharisees, to the disciples, to all the Jews. Ingon siya din eh. Every teacher of the religious law who becomes a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a homeowner who brings from his storeroom new gems of truth as well as old. So maura gining tumong ni Jesus na makasabot ning mga tawhana. Okay? Kung makasabot daw sila, kining mga religious teachers of the law, Pharisees, ang mga dugay na, nga tumutuo, dugay na, nagunahuna nga, pinagi sa paningkamot, sila madawat og maluwas sa Dios. Kung makasabot lang sila nga si Jesus ang pamaagi, nga masakop sila sa gingharian, mura lang daw sila og tag-iya sa balay. Guwapo na nga picture, homeowner. Okay? So, Jesus was also explaining, kinamagay verse nga, si Moses kuno was, ano siya tawag ni? Murag caretaker. Before Jesus Christ came in Hebrews, Moses was a caretaker. But the real homeowner was Jesus. Pero ingon din eh, kita kuno nga makasabot. Ang tao kuno makasabot kabayan kang Jesus. He's like a homeowner. So, kuan siya kaning, lakip ka ani, apil ka ani. Okay? He's like a homeowner going to his storeroom, kung nakita niya ang new gems of truth as well as old. So malag ito when we understand that the Bible is about Jesus, all equation ends to Jesus. That is like a gem. And we go back to the stories of old. Before ato tan-aw sa storya sa Old Testament, mga bugat mo kayo na yung mga storya, bugat kayo mga narrative. But then we see, it's all about Jesus, madiay. Even there in the beginning, in creation, in John 1:1, Jesus was there because Colossians chapter 1, 16, 17 says, everything was created for Him and by Him. Lahom na kanina maigsuon. Pero, lagi, naaman na si Jesus sa sunog na ng kalibutan. Abi na ito nga niabot lang siya sa panahon na natao siya kang Maria. No. The Bible says He was there at the beginning. So He was there at creation. He was there during Adam's fall. He was there when there was a plan to rescue Adam. He was there when Noah built the ark. Okay? He was there when the flood came, saving Noah and his family. He was there during the time of Abraham when the promise was given. He was there. It was all about Him. Yeah. The story of Moses was about Him. The story of David, the prophets, I keep on saying it. It's all about Jesus. So it's new gems coming from truth, from old stories. So, mao na ang gusto masabtan gusto ni Jesus nga masabtan sa mga Hudiyo and the Pharisees. So, we go on. Here in verse 53 until to verse 58, ato pong makita din nga kung sa reaction sa mga tao. Sad man gid ang story ni Jesus. Akong tan-aw, si Jesus is the most misunderstood person in the world, even until now. Because in verse 53 until 58, I will just summarize it. It is the story that He went home to his house, to his home. Okay, niuli siya dito sa Nazareth. Nagtudlo siya sa sinagoga. Everyone was amazed. Again, they were drawn to His teaching. Okay? Pinangutana sila, where does He get His wisdom and power to do miracles? They were drawn to Jesus, of His teachings and His miracles. But then they were questioning, He's just the carpenter's son. And Mary, his mother, and his brothers James, Joseph, and Judas. Actually, kini silang iya maigsuon, labi na ni si James o si Judas, they became believers of Christ only after Jesus Christ went back to heaven. Ug sila actually in the history of the church, si James o si Judas or Jude, dili ni Judas nga katong nagkalulo sa iya ha. Jude ni nga iyang igsuon. Ug mo na nagsulat sa libro sa James o sa libro sa Jude. Actually, kung tanawon nimong history, tungod kay patriarchal kayo ang mga Hudyo, katong nakita nila nga, ana ang igsuon ni Jesus, si James o si Jude, mao nang si James, na tagaan sa authority, siya ang mugawas nga leader, dako og tingog, sa pagsugod sa mga tumutuo, or the church, kung na to ba, nang istoryahan sa Acts. Siya ang nahimog dakong tingog or leader. Ug napay uban nga to say that he was the senior pastor. Wala man nga title pero dako iya tingog ug paminawon siya. Ug naay gasulti nga tungod kay patriarchal kay sila, wala naman si Jesus kinsa atong gusto malindra sunod. Ang kini ang pamilya. Pero when Jesus Christ was here on earth, dili sila motuo kay Jesus nga siya Ginoo. Actually si Mary lang ang nakasabot sa akong tan-aw. Si Joseph wala naman, namatay naman siya. Wala naman mo na isgutan kanusa siya namatay. Pero murag gapkuan pa, murag kinapa man to na ato sila sa temple, murag after that event, namatay si Jose, and of course in the family, the eldest son takes over the family when the father goes away. Kay pasapasa na patriarchal. Mao nang sa pagkawala po ni Jesus, iya ra po mga brother ang ilang gitanaw nga leader. But again, when Jesus Christ was here on earth, they did not believe him. So ingon din all his sisters live right here among us. Did he learn all these things? So tingala sila. And they were deeply offended. Mo na ni karon. They were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. It's a very sad reality sa life ni Jesus. Musa lisod mo nga, let's follow Jesus' footsteps. Nobody could follow Jesus' footsteps. If you want to follow his footsteps, it will lead you to the cross. You will be crucified. Lisod kayo. Only him could live that life, and salamat, he lived that life, so we don't have to live that life. Maumar na punto, ana. So yun din they were offended and refused to believe in him. So all the while, he was explaining the parables of the kingdom. Kinili po kumutuo nga wala ni sunod sa iya, gikan sa chapter 30, naging nagpadayon silang paminaw. Puna kaingon sila nga, ordinaryong tao, mangyapon ni Yano, upan naman sa ato, di ba? Di na mas nagapuyo. Anak mo siya sa panday. Di ba? Very simple beginnings. And mo nung ingon si Jesus, and he himself said, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his own hometown and among his own family. Sad reality of the life of Jesus. Ingon siya, may pa ang uban nga lugar maminaw sa ako, pero sa akong kagulingong balay, sa akong kagulingong barangay, walay maminaw sa ako. And only a few miracles, and Jesus did only a few miracles there because of their unbelief. So, mao ang naitabo sa kinabuhi niya. Mao ang naitabo nga, after explaining the parables of the kingdom, actually many were offended, and many refused to believe in him. And Jesus had to say these very sad words. No prophet is honored in his hometown and even his own family. Pero mao na ang explain wala nang kulang si Jesus sa pag-explain kabahin sa gingharian sa Dios. Kabahin sa gingharian. We are all included because he spreads the seed, and the seed is Jesus. And again, the seed, just like he put it in the ground, so is Jesus. When he was buried in the ground, he rose again. He resurrected. So it was picturing his death and resurrection. And of course, the reality of good and evil, the growth of the kingdom and security, the incorporatedness or the unstoppableness of the kingdom, and then its valuableness. And then right now, how does Jesus draw people to himself? He is the one casting the net. He is the one drawing the net. He is the one drawing people to himself. Sakali, even if we analyze our own experience, our own journey, how did we come to this point in our life? Umingon ta, in our spiritual life. Taas man atong journey. ako personally, I could say, grasya lagi sa Ginoo. It's all Jesus magyapon. Daghan man ang mga gipangbutang niya sa akong personal kinabuhi, pero at the very end, I said, it is still Jesus. Ang circumstansya, ang iyang word, unsa pa ba? Even going back sa among family, nakita po na ako, di maingon sort of miracles, nakita po na ako ang mga times na nag-intervene ng Ginoo sa among mga panginahanglanon, sa mga nagsakit nga naayuhan. And I've seen nga, that is how Jesus draws people to Himself. And we keep on believing on Him, di ba? When we see one event of kinibitang the Lord, the workout niya, and we continue to see nga, involved mo na yung Ginoo sa akong kinabuhi. And we are drawn to Him. So, wala nang bago ang pamaagi sa Ginoo. He is working in our lives and that's how He is drawing us to Himself. So, iyan ni tanang trabaho mga igsoon, iyan ning work. Parable of the farmer and even the fisher, it's all His work. He is just drawing Himself. So, mauna, parables of the kingdom. So next time, we're going to talk about the parables of grace. Naagya po actually challenging kay kining labi na karon next Sunday. Yung ko lisura ning istorya ni Jesus, but we'll try to understand kung sa iyang buot pasabot ani. We will talk about it on Sunday ang next nga parable. Ay, Ate Rose, Brad Dodong. So, pwede mo magbalik sa sinugdanan kung i-review ninyo. So, na may pangutana.
Pastor, katong
Sakto.
katong kingdom gani nga nag-grow, growing man ang kingdom mo.
Yes.
Oh, wala itong start seed na mo siya dako nga kahoy.
Yes.
Mga passage sa scripture nga tingod do nga in the last days daghan ang mo turn away sa faith, di ba? Unsa kaya mo gamay ta o daghan ta?
Gwapo ka pangutana. I think budaghan ta. Mo lagi ning makurat na lang ta sa umabot nga panahon na ani man di kita kadaghan nga iglesia or called out ones. Although sa atong una-una siguro because this is what we see lang, nga atong makita lang, kita-kita lang, mga sa tagikan. Pero I believe at the end of the world, end of the age, and Jesus will really establish His kingdom, come back here, and we will be forever with Him. We will be surprised of the people who will really be there. Na sa ako, daghan yun. Kaya kung ingon siya nga it's a growing kingdom, it is really growing. So, kung katong mga they turn back their faces, maybe, mao na to sila ang, hopefully dili po, sila na ang mga weeds, or sila na itong mga bad fish nga wala na apil lagi. Pero until wala pa na naitabot, I think God is giving all of us grace and I think it is really growing. We will be surprised at the end of the world. Okay, ang tanawon ni mo balik, ang gusto biya niya sa Ginoo, when He said Great Commission, He was not only talking of a certain kind of people. He said all nations, and all nations, it's like all people who have a certain language, a certain culture. Okay, language and culture goes together. So meaning, in short, everybody will be represented. Klase tao represented. So di lang Pilipino, di lang Amerikano, di lang Koreano, na usually makita na ito Christian, but of course, all kinds of people, all kinds of language and culture ang ma-represent. So really, it's a growing kingdom. Amazing, gali kung tanawon niyo mo ang statistics of the people coming to Christ. Actually, it's amazing, guy. It's Jesus who is spreading the seed. Wala lang, dili lang ginato na ma-realize, pero yes, I believe He's still doing that. He's still spreading the seed. Makurat na lang galita nga family member we haven't seen for a long time or a friend sa una nga wala to na nakikita, pero they also came to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. Di ba matingala ta ng mga storya nga katong mga abi na to sa una nga dili na gini mga tawhana, kami ra man siguro Kristohanon or tumutuo ni Jesus, but then they also come to